What is up, everybody? So today I'm doing another the story behind the painting episode, and for this one we're doing Mercury surveys or Hermes surveys. Sorry, I screwed up my own title, but here it is. And this one is of the god Mercury slash Hermes. In Rome, or in ancient Roman times, he was known as Mercury. In Hellenic Greek, he was known as Hermes. He is the god of communication, of traveling, of commerce, and as you can see, his caduceus in the back. I don't even know how to pronounce it right. I think caduceus. I don't know, but that was given to him by Apollo, and he is one of the gods of travel. That's why he has the wings on his hat and on his shoes or feet in some depictions. But he is one of my favorite of the Greek gods. He is a little bit of a trickster god. He pulls a trick. I believe it's on Apollo. He steals some of his cattle. In one of the stories, he's known for being a little rambunctious, you could say. But he's the god of travel, which is like one of my favorite things to do. I love traveling, and so he's the perfect person or a perfect god for my taste in ancient Greek mythology. The thing that really fascinates me about Greek mythology is how they can take different personality types or archetypes, as I believe in Jungian theory, but they call them, and just place them into different categories as gods and goddesses. So pretty much any personality type or any kind of weird legend is kind of usually represented in Greek mythology. That's why there's lots of psychology things based on, or use the terminology like the Oedipus complex, the Electra complex, narcissism. Whatever, I'll think of it in a bit. But for Hermes, he is also the god of communication, and that is definitely something that I really want, that kind of energy in my life, because for me, communication is extremely important. It is how we relate to each other as humans. It's how we work together, because if we can't communicate, nothing can get done. No one can really cohesively do anything, and that's why we have giant monuments. That's why we have society. It's all based on communication. That's what our modern world now is based on, the speed of our communication. Before, it took forever to send letters and telegrams. Now it's instantaneous with texts. So for me, the god Hermes is a great representation of what I really need in my life, and especially also the god of commerce. So the god of the marketplace, and that's one of his aspects. He's not the god of that, but it's one of his things. And that's why actually the caduceus actually more represents commerce than it does. You might see it on some medical stuff, but really that's because it's got confused with the rod of Asclepius, which is a snake, just one snake around a pole. Asclepius was a man, as far as we know, but also a god in ancient Greek mythology, who was the god of healing. He would go around healing people. I believe where his temple thing that he supposedly performed a lot of his miracles at. But that's the big confusion. That's why on professional stuff, you won't see the actual caduceus. You'll see, if you look at like EMTs, it's just one snake around a pole, not two. But this caduceus represents the blending of opposites and of union of the two poles of negative, positive, male, female, pretty much anything that can be polar. But for me, Hermes slash Mercury he's got some great tales, great mythology. He also plays the lyre, which I think is pretty cool. And this is my first real painted portrait I ever did. This one sells for about $500, and just a little bit of a close-up for it. This is a what is it? I believe it's 11 by 14. We got prints of it, and we also have puzzles. I will be putting it on some cups at my website, ezekielschmidt.com. I'll put the link tree in the comments, or not the comments section, the description section below. So that way you can click on it and see what you want to get, if you want to get anything. But going back to Greek mythology, I'm fascinated by the psychology behind it, because psychology it's not modern, but it's also not the way we think of it now. It's not necessarily ancient, but it is like a lot of it comes from reinterpreting old tales, mythology, to take out complexes and things that humans have done. Just random stuff that if you read it, you can see, oh wow, there's some truth in this, or there's some kind of underlying human relatability. That's why I prefer Greek mythology over Hebraic mythology, where it's kind of more like if you know what I'm not saying Hebraic mythology as in like the Talmud and all the extra stuff, because I still haven't read that. I'm getting to that. But more like in the basic Bible that Christians read, because I grew up with that. There's some truths, but most of it's really unrelatable. But with Greek mythology, the gods are flawed. They're not perfect, and they only have so much power. So they're basically like superhumans, rather than omnipotent, omniscient beings that can just do something in an instant. They have fears, they have desires, they have doubts. They actually have human relatability. And that's why I love reading Greek mythology. And that's why it influences a lot of my work, because I spend lots of time listening to the tragedies on audiobooks. I freaking love it. But if you guys like or if you guys wanted to get into Greek mythology, I recommend getting Scribd of the app. It's only $13 a month. Like, I'm not paid to say any of this, but it's just my favorite thing. I listen to it almost every day. And you can get lots of the books already in audiobook form through LibriVox even. Or if you want something free, check out LibriVox. They have a limited selection, but they have a lot of good stuff. So check out Scribd or LibriVox and try listening to some Greek mythology. Some of it, I'm going to say, is a little dry compared to today's standard. But if you listen to it with an ear to try to hear and understand a different culture and a different time, it really reveals something about human nature. It's highly poetic. It's beautiful stuff. But yes, if you want to get a print of this or get the original, go to my website, ezekielschmidt.com. The link tree will be in the description below. And there's puzzles, there's prints, there's canvas prints, and the original, of course. So I'll see you there. It's the website and gift shop tab in my link tree. And I hope to see you next time. Remember to like if you like hearing my different little stories, and subscribe for more stuff. So I'll see you later. Peace.